Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to add a quiz in Moodle. Okay, to add a quiz in Moodle, first you need to log in. Like one, I have login in my course. Then select the appropriate course in which you want to create a quiz. For example, I want to create a quiz in cryptography and system security. So I have selected the subject cryptography and system security. Once you reach to the subject, move to the right upper corner and turn editing on. Click on turn editing on. Okay, then you can see the option. You can see the topic 1, topic 2 in or week 1, week 2 as per your layout. So you can click on add an activity or resource, and you can select scroll down. You can select quiz. Okay, when you select quiz, there are numerous parameters. Here it is the title of the quiz. You can give a quiz, what type of quiz it is. For example, I give a name test quiz. Okay, in the description you can display the description about the quiz, like quiz, like I'll mention quiz on chapter 1. So some additional information can be shown in this description, right? And then you can click on checkbox. In timing, you can select the timing, the date on which the quiz should be available. Like for example, this is 11 June from morning 9 o'clock to, for example, it is 16 June at midnight, right? If you want to add some duration to this quiz, then you can also add the duration. For example, it is like 25 minutes quiz, or let us consider 40-minute quiz. Now the next option is attempts. When the time expire, what happens to your attempts? If you have selected some attempts, then there are the options like open attempts are submitted automatically, or there will be a grace period, or attempt must be submitted else they will not be considered. So you can click on open attempts submitted automatically. Grade, you can write here what is the grade to pass. For example, I mentioned 10 mark to pass, or if I say is grade uh, 8 to pass. Now attempt allowed, it's only single attempt. If you want to give multiple attempt, you can select multiple attempt. Category, right now there is no category. Now in layout, you can select each question on separate page, or two question on one page, or five question on one page. As per your feasibility, you can give the layout, right? The navigation method, you can write, you can have a sequential navigation method as well as a free navigation method. You can browse last question and then come back to the first question and so on. So I kept it free. The question behavior, if you want to shuffle the choices, for example there are a b c d four choices in question 1 and choice b is correct, then when I said yes, then b will be shuffled with a b c d will be shuffled. So after entering the quiz, I don't know what the correct answer is, right? But your b may be, after b maybe it may be a c or it may be a d, that is it will be reshuffled between, in between. Deferred feedback, just keep it as it is. Like deferred feedback, if you have adapted adaptive mode, you can have, like if you are giving response immediately after each and every question, they can, you can select adaptive mode, or you can write deferred feedback. In review option, like for example if you want to show the marks immediately, then you can show, you can check all the boxes over here. For example, if I don't want to show the mark and no overall feedback I want to give, then uh, if I don't want to show the marks after quiz also, and once the quiz is closed then I want to display the marks, then I can keep this option open, or again I can deselect this. But once the quiz is closed, then you can show everything to the students, right? Then you can give some extra restriction like password to attempt the quiz, or some more conditions. I will not go in detail in this. You can, if you have any outcome mapped in your course, then you can select outcomes, like I have mapped some outcomes after attempting the quiz, what outcomes I'll be achieving. Restrict access, you can restrict access based on activity completion, date, grade, user profile, or restriction set. For example, I'll take restrict based on mail address. So I must know the mail address of the person whom I am going to restrict or allowing, right? So student must match following. That means I am allowing only this person to attempt the quiz, or if I said must not, then I am considering this, I am excluding this, everyone is allowed. Okay, so this is a restriction right now. Then you can click on save and return, sorry, save and display the quiz. Okay, once your quiz is displayed, it would be look like this. Now I already prepared a quiz, so I'll show you the one that I have prepared. Now in this, you have to add the questions. Right now I do not have added any question, so I'll be adding question. So I'll be adding question. Now you can add the question by one question from question bank or a random question. So to add the question in question bank, you need to import the question first. So I'll import the question first. So you can import the question in any of the format that given here, that is icon format, blackboard, embedded, that is close, exam view, gift. So I have one format that is called as gift. So I'll be selecting one. Okay, so I'll be selecting one that I have. Okay, so it is a gift format. What it is? Okay, what it is saying is errors found passing the import file. No questions have been imported. To import any good questions, try again setting stop on error or to no. This is just a warning. Actually, you can see the importing 28 questions could not find around the answers. Just a second. To write the proper question, you must have a proper format. If you are missing in format, then there may be in some error thrown by the your browser, that one we have seen just now. Like like we are missing here one bracket actually, so I entered a bracket, I again saved, and we will import the question again. Okay, so we will import the question again one by, just click on import. Now you can see the questions has been imported, and there are 29 questions in your quiz. So here you got the 29 questions, out of which I want to add the question in my quiz. So these are the questions that you have, right? So move to your course, click on edit quiz. Now you have questions with you, right? So you can click on questions from the question bank, or you can add some random questions. So I want to add some random questions out of this 29. I want to add some, for example, if I want to add five questions, five randomized questions. So I'll be adding five random questions in this set. Okay. So out of this 29, there will be five random questions that I'll be adding. Right, you can. I'll click on edit quiz. I'll see how many questions I have added. I have added five random questions. I'll add few more questions. That is questions from the question bank. Select this. Okay. Uh, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I have added five random questions plus another some more questions that I have added in the quiz. Maybe I have added some more questions. Okay. So I just click on shuffle. You can delete the questions also. Like for example, I don't want to add the questions after 30. So let us consider I am selecting these questions, and just I want to remove these questions from the question bank because I have added these questions. Some extra questions has been added by me. So what I'll do is I'll just select the questions, and what I'll do is I'll remove those questions. Okay. So for example, I want to have only 30 questions. So I'll be having 30 questions. So I'll be deleting. Okay. So now my questions, there are 30 questions in my quiz. Now all set. You can click on save. Total marks is 30. Maximum grade is this. Okay. For example, if like just a second. Okay, so I have added, there are some 40-45 questions, but I have added only 20 questions. Out of that, 5 questions will be random. So let us see and preview the quiz. uh, how it will look like, right? So it would look like something like this. You can see the quiz. There are 20 questions and there are 40 minutes that you can see the quiz. Okay, so thank you very much and happy learning.